Welcome back to another problem, and in this problem we go ahead take a look at the shape here. I'm looking at this and this dimension of 90 and 60 here that give us a rectangle, and then look like the four corners are identical. So the first thing I'll do is I'm gonna go into my first of all, people asked me before how to do the layer. So when you click on layer properties, you just go ahead and click on the layers that you want. So for example, this one, I'm going to call it my center lines. And I select a different color for it, which is I'm going to do green for center line. Also the line shapes, select what you want. Now, if it's not there, you just have to load it. And then also here, I'm going to call this dimension, and I'm going to select a different color for it. Again, the line types, if you don't want it to be anything that continuous and the center line is not there, you can load them right here. All right, so that is all that I'm doing for the layers. All right, so here we are going to draw this. I'm gonna using my rectangle. I'm gonna draw it at 90 by 60. All right, so that's my circle. I'm sorry, my rectangle. Let me go ahead and zoom out real quick for you guys to see. And all of my corners are radius of 10 is the outer. Inside will be the radius of 5. So I'm going to do circle. I'm going to have 5, and then this will be 10. All right, I know that all four corners are the same, so I'm going to go ahead and select this, both of those, and I'm going to copy, hit enter. Oh, I can do copy first and then select them and hit enter, and then select the center. I'm gonna go ahead and move them to those corners. Hit escape. I can trim them out now, or I can do that later. The next thing I'm gonna do is let's do this circle right here of diameter 16. So click on that. Make sure your midpoint turn on. If not, all you have to do is control right click and you find your midpoint right there. Okay. So again, let's go back. Make sure your midpoint is turned on. Again, another location for you to look for those midpoints. If you click on this drop down, make sure your midpoint is being selected. All right, I'm gonna get out there right now. I'm doing circle, so I'm gonna go to the center. I'm gonna go to the center. Here we are. I'm gonna do the radius of 8. Okay. The next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use the same center. I got the 24.5 here, so 24.5, and then I know the gap between this arc and the one on the inside is 4. So I'm gonna go ahead and do offset up 4 units. All right, then I have that. Now I need the 75-degree to trim out stuff here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into my center layer. I'm gonna construct segment like so, and then from that I'm gonna also connect, create an angle. So right now this is 90-degree. If I go to the right, the angle getting smaller, and I want 75. So take away from 90, I have the angle I'm looking for will be 15 right there. And then I just want to make sure that this is, it doesn't matter where. All right, there it is, that the angle that we're looking for. If you want to nice and neat, you can go ahead and trim that if you need to, and then also trim out that section. So now we're going to zoom into here, and we're going to take circle. We're going to try to find the center of that one. If it's not there, we know the gap between these two is 4. So I'm going to do offset 2 units. I'm going to offset that 2 units right there. So what I'll do now is use those endpoint, and I will do make sure that it's going to construction, not in construction. All right, that's one. I'm going to do it again, and I can do just 2. All right, what I'm doing now, I'm going to go ahead and trim this. Okay, I can also trim that now. The next thing I'll do will be I can see that I have these little circles here. I got 4 of those circles. So what I would do is in my center line, I'll go back in there. I'm going to construct something like that. I just connect that. I don't have to, but it's there. And then what I'm going to do is seem like the center of this circle have to do something with the one that we just used earlier, which is 2 units less than the 24.5, right? It's the one that we used to create this art. It's the same center. So I'm going to go and create the circle. That is 22.5, right? That one right there. And the intersection of the segment that we just create and the circle will be where we're gonna connect and create our diameter of 4, so radius of 2. All right, so this is what I just created. Okay, now we notice that between those two there's an angle of 45 degree, so I'm gonna go and create a 45 degree. For me, this would be easier for me, so that's 90 plus 45, so 135. Tap 135, enter. Just pass that a little bit, that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead. I can do 2 things. I can go do that, or I can just copy it, and whatever the case is faster for you. I'm just doing it randomly multiple times. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna copy it there, hit escape. What I'm gonna do now is I can see that I have one right here as well, so I can go ahead and do that. Come down here, got a circle, make sure I'm in my construction layer so it's white. Down there, that's just 2. And then I can just mirror this one, I guess. Mirror. I'll select that one, hit enter. I just mirror it around that location. Okay. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. All done. What else we need? What do I need? All done. Oh yeah, the slot. This little slot here, you can see the distance of 7 is from the edge here to the center of the slot is 7. So what I'm going to do, and also the height of that is 30. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go on this side here. I'm going to go in. First of all, I'm going to go in 7. I'm going to make sure that this is in my center line. All right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce you guys to a little thing called tracking. So I just click on line, and I'm going to do TK. All right. I'm going to click on that. Now I'm tracking it up. So I know the whole thing is 30. So from this mid segment here, we'll go up 15. So I'm going to go 15, enter. Now I have not snapped to anything yet. If I hit enter again, that's where I will start drawing, and then I will draw down 30. Okay, hit escape. Now I'm going to go ahead and offset this 2 units to the left and 2 units to the right. Okay, go to circle to do that. Also go to circle. It's just 2 in radius, and I can go ahead and trim out the part that we don't need. And this right here, they want is to be a center line like so to show up on the drawing. So I'm going to do that, and then for this one I can get rid of it. Next, we're going to go ahead and mirror. I'm going to select this whole object, hit enter, mirror around that one. Just want to make sure it's all the way here and say no. Voila, the problem is complete besides trimming and dimension. So trim that here, here. Okay, so just continue with the trim and you should get the problem. There's possibly there's another way of doing this problem, but that is the problem. Again, if you want to do dimension, go to your dimension layers and do it there. That's 90. The gap between here and there, that should be 7. And also diameter for this is 4, or radius is 2. All right, so this problem is done. Enjoy.